Hello everyone, long time no speak. I know it's been a very long time since I've made an update video, so I thought I'd check in and just let you guys know that whilst you'd be forgiven for thinking that, seeing as it's been around 4 months I think since my last update video, you probably think that, oh, James has gone ahead and given up on his dream of becoming a game director and making his own video games. You'd be forgiven for thinking that. Fortunately, I can say that you would be super far from the truth if you were going to go ahead and think that. In fact, what I've been doing for these past 4 months is, in terms of time flies, I've taken a little bit more of a humble approach to the building of that game, only because sitting down, working with it, I was running into a lot of struggles with some of the things. I think it all lended to the point that I was kind of missing the basics and kind of trying to spearhead this whole thing from a perspective where, yeah, I didn't really have any of the basics, and I was starting to think that I needed a new approach to this kind of thing. So I've picked up, again, this old Udemy course that I had, a really fantastic thing, and I've just been working on that for this whole time. So there's about, I'd say, 17.5 hours left of this course. If I just show you the little symbol there. Yeah, there's about 17.5 hours left, but what this course is doing is it's teaching me the fundamentals, the basics of everything. It's a really good course, all the C#, and I really feel like I'm starting to pick some good skills up, and I'm actually starting to get a few things. Having said that, throughout the course, they basically teach you how to make some really simple games, and they try and teach you the basics of C# and how those games are made. It's taught by a guy called Rick, really fantastic guy, very energetic guy. He explains things really well, pauses, gives you some time to just try things out, and he'll always give you these challenges every now and again to sort of mull over and figure out. And I've made it my goal to pretty much not move on from this course, not move on from any part of the course until I've actually done his challenges. And I think in a way that's why it's taking a little bit long, but it's definitely a benefit because it's forcing me to really think about stuff and not move on until I've done it. So one of the games that I had a little bit of an idea, well, a little bit of an experimentation with is something called Block Breaker. I kind of changed the name to Cyber Breaker. I was going to create a theme around it, but I ended up just completely changing what they propose that you create, and I just had a little bit of an experimentation with that. Literally, if I just... Here's the game as it is. The idea is that you put a few of these sort of silver metallic balls down, position them, try and break as many blocks as you can, and then you release them. Hopefully, if you've positioned it in the correct point, you can destroy all the blocks, and you can see you've got the score up there, you've got the number of blocks left up there. And yeah, so the idea is that if you can destroy all these blocks, which hopefully that will happen, it will move on to the next level. Let's just, yeah, okay. So, same thing for level 2. Only 2 levels for this particular one. Let's just put it here. Yeah, so the idea here was I was really just experimenting with the physics, seeing how things work together. Obviously, it's a very simple game. I mean, it's hardly a game in a sense. It's more just a bit of an experimentation. The idea here was I did this quite a while ago, and yeah, it was just a way to learn a little bit better. And whilst it's not really a shippable, super fun game, it still helped me figure some stuff out. Yeah, so there's 2 levels, and very easy game, and you win it very quickly. Once again, these games that you're seeing right now, I haven't made them myself. I've more followed the tutorial. It would be unfair to say that I produced them myself. No. I followed the tutorial and was learning a little bit of the way. So these are, once again, not my games, but this is the second one that I followed with the tutorial. Again, just trying to figure some stuff out. Put on some cool music in there. See, you control the little ship there, dodge the bullets. Yeah, I've been killed there, so I can't even play my own game, unfortunately. We'll click play again. Holding down, okay, it's not so great, we'll see. Holding down the space bar, you can see that we've got the parallaxing background of the space, sort of the stars and stuff, enemies, particle effects that I've got them made by following the tutorial, little little laser bolts there and everything. So the idea is basically just obviously to shoot as many of these things as you can, see what your score, well, see how far you can get your score. 2,700, not bad, I guess. But yeah, no, super simple stuff. Followed the tutorial, which showed me how to instantiate projectiles, learn how to do the physics a little bit better, put in the music that you're hearing now. Obviously, this is free source music that I got off the internet. But yeah, no, it's really interesting, and yeah, I just think it's really beneficial in the sense because it's just teaching me pretty much from the basics how stuff is working. And the next thing that I'm currently working on now, the remainder of this course is one more game that is based on kind of like Plants and Zombies sort of thing, if anyone's played that. So yeah, once again, the idea here, again, making this game whilst following the tutorial. I'll just click play right now. It's hardly a game. This one isn't a game yet. It doesn't really follow anything, but what I've done is I've instantiated character here, shoots a, if you saw that, it was quite quick, but basically what's happening there is a projectile is being instantiated from this character here. I've been taught some very like a very quick approach to character animation, spawning over here, character rotation of this object here, all that sort of stuff, and all these. So this is built on basically a grid-based system. So I think that this is, you know, whilst it's hardly a game right now, it's just the whole concepts that we're looking at here. So the spawning of the characters here, the animation cycles, movement from the screen from right to left, and as I said, the grid-based system. All this stuff I think is really going to benefit for the production of Time Flies, which was the original, well, I guess, purpose of this whole stream or video as it is. And so yeah, the plan is really to complete this entire tutorial, this Udemy course, this really good Udemy course that I will put the link in the description for. And so the idea is that once I've finished this, Udemy obviously provides like a certification that you can purchase at the end of your tutorial. So I can get myself like a Unity 2D certificate to say that I'm, you know, very amateur Unity developer. And then the idea after that is to, I'm still deciding whether or not I go back to Time Flies and try and attack it a little bit more, try and produce it a little bit more, or I go ahead and move on to the 3D project, which is like part 2 of this particular course right now. So yeah, as mentioned before, I'm trying to put in at least 2 hours a night on weeknights, just going at this tutorial, having a go at C#, learning Unity a little bit more, following the tutorial, and having Time Flies in the back of my mind sort of thing, you know, still very much on that, still like nothing, there's not been a dip in motivation or whatever. It's only the case that I haven't made any update videos because I'm not showing off Time Flies as it is right now, because it's kind of on hold whilst I go back and learn all the basics, get my Unity certificate, and then approach it a little bit more. Because I think in that sense it'll just be a little bit better, because then I'll be concentrating solely on Time Flies, and you can really see the progression of that. So yeah, I think realistically, if I was to put a time frame on the completion of this course, it says 17.5 hours, but I think that means sort of 17.5 hours of following the tutorial, but then a whole bunch of other hours of just doing the challenges, experimenting a little bit, just having a little bit of fun really with visual code, understanding exactly what I'm doing and going over it, refreshing my knowledge and all that sort of stuff before I go back and attack Time Flies properly on, sort of thing. So yeah, apart from that, guys, that's my update on the situation. Really, things are still raring ahead. No dips in motivation whatsoever. Still very much on this. This is definitely happening. Hope you guys are doing all right, and you're keeping inside, keeping safe, and everyone's healthy and feeling good during this quite tough time with the pandemic and the having to stay inside and everything. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well, and hopefully we won't have to be in lockdown for too much longer, and hopefully it all passes eventually. But yeah, anyway, thanks very much, guys, for watching. And just one more note, the other thing that I'm doing, I guess, just to say, is playing too much Animal Crossing. The only difficulty now is that I'm having to manage my time between earning money and sorting out my town on Animal Crossing and learning C#. But you know, that's fantastic. That's what life is about. It's throwing you these curveballs, and you know, nothing's ever straightforward. And obviously, when I'm taking breaks from Animal Crossing, taking breaks from coding, I'm just playing Dark Souls as well. So you know, nice little contrast between the two things. Might even have like a sort of Animal Crossing update to show you guys my town and stuff that's happening there. I don't know yet. That might be quite a good idea. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks again very much. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys soon.